Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome crafters. My name is Rosemary Massaro. I'm Craft with Ro, and every Tuesday night I come live at 7 p.m. and we create some fun project. Tonight we are going to create a double page layout. I'm going to show you some really cool lettering techniques. I'm calling it the frosted look. I've already created, the majority of the first page, and we will create a coordinating second page with that. So if you guys are with me, please say hello. I'd love to know where you're from. How's your weather? It's a little warm here. Humidity's kicking in, but we've really had some great weather. But I've heard some of you have gotten some really heavy snow, so please be safe, stay warm. I'm just going to check to make sure if we have anybody here. Please say hello. Hi, Nikki girl. How are you? So I am going to show you our beautiful card kits. I created these. Actually, it did not take me long at all. This is one of the newest kits from last month that I finally got a chance. 2 new kits hit the website today. One is a really adorable baby book, and the other one is a floral with some really cool techniques card kit. But this one is the Everyday Beauty Kit. Now, I created these yesterday. They went out of stock yesterday, but they're back in stock with low inventory. If you guys are interested in taking advantage of this, great way to hit your $75 to get your product of the month. If you guys are not familiar with the product of the month, check out my website at Craft with Ro. You'll learn all about it. But for the $75 net order, you can receive a beautiful 12 by 12 double-sided paper for only $5. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it'll only be while supplies last. I did second day order it, so hopefully I'll be able to show it to you in person, on live. But these cards, actually the paper is very similar to this, I think. If Nikki, let me know if you agree. But they come with some really great simple instructions. Very easy to put together. Comes with a beautiful envelope. What I love about this envelope, it has a little floral insignia there. But check these out. It's got these pressed buttons on here. And very, very, very pretty. It comes with the gold thread. It comes with this beautiful stamp set. So pretty. And what I love about this, right, it's got some nice little gold foil accents there, is that you get all of these pressed buttons extra. These are all extra. So what I plan on doing is using them as a seal on my envelope. How pretty is that, right? So you're going to make 3 of each of these cards. And then, while I was at it, I couldn't stop there, of course. I also want to show you the Adventure Awaits card class, right? So cute, so fun. It actually comes with little vellum pieces as well. But this is Driving By Hello. It's got tons of dimensionals in there. There's a lot of 3D dimensions there. You're adding your little suitcases and all these little cars and this truck, right? How cute is that? See the vellum and on there, the accents pieces. And same with this little guy here. Enjoy the journey. And these are all the beautiful envelopes that come with it. So here again, you're going to make 3 of each, a total of 9 cards. And I think this kit is $23. The other one I think is $25. So fun, great kits. Easy, easy, easy to put together. All right. So we are going to create a double page layout. Hi, everybody. How are you? So here is my first page layout. Very simple. I've got to put my title on, but that's what I wanted to show you, what I created. Remember these trees that I made last week? Really quick, showed you. So this is using the Peaceful, I think it's called Peaceful Greenery DSP. All of these accent pieces. I plan on actually adding some more pictures to this by using our flip-flops, right? So you would attach this to the outside of your page protector, either create a nice slit, or you're gonna or you can stick it right to the outside of your page protector. But look at these letters that I created. So we're going to put these together, but if you guys can see, the Peaceful Greenery also comes with coordinating shimmer paper, specialty paper. And it comes in 3 different colors. And then I used our, what's it called? Falling Snowflakes. I keep forgetting the name. It's got it embossed, but when I cut it, the emboss really didn't show up. So I took a little blending brush. We're going to do this. I'm going to show it with you guys. And then I added some liquid glass. Guys, can you see the little shine on there? I think it's showing, right? So I'm calling my page layout Winter Days. So we're going to add these to it. It took a little while, maybe about an hour to fully dry. So let me grab my dry adhesive. We're going to add this to this page, and then we're going to create a coordinating second page. So these trees I'm going to show you how to make as well. Oh. So again, I'm going to show you how I created this really fun frozen frosted winter look. Now that these are dry, I thought we could put this right on here on our live. I so love the way this came out. I should be really using my silicone mat over here. So these are our party alphabet dies. Again, I think these have sold out 3 times already. They're on low inventory again. And I'm sure with the Black Friday sale, everything, a lot of stuff went on low inventory. All right, so I'm going to bring this up pretty close so you guys can see the detail of these letters. I'm getting a little bit of a glare there. I'm wondering if you guys can see, but when we start recreating the second page, you'll see exactly what I mean. Okay, so what I did was this time I used my Cricut and we created a bunch of these trees. So let's go ahead and create the trees. I'll show you how I did that. I'm gonna recreate them for you, but I used 6-inch, 8-inch, and I believe this is 10-inch on these trees. We're gonna mat them down just a little, and it's very easy to create these trees. So what I like is using the 2-sided. I like the double tone on these trees that we've created here. So I'm going to show you how to recreate it. You're going to create a circle, whatever size you want. Obviously, the larger the circle, the larger the tree. And you're going to bring this over, and you're going to let this flap right over. You want this side to hang off just a little. You want to get a really nice crease, and then you're going to flip this over, and you're going to bring this side over, and it's going to line up right to the edge of here. And you want to make sure that you're getting it pretty close to that edge so that you get a nice little point at the top. And it's usually at the top that I like to measure it up first because it's easier to line up the bottom part. Right? Then you're going to go back the other way. I need to put my glasses on. There we go. And then we're going to line it up right against this edge right here. And I always start from the top just to get that nice even edge. I'm a little off there. We'll see how that comes out. We're going to flip it over. Again, we're going to come right up to that edge right there. And then we're going to flip this. And this is not, so each one has come out a little bit different. Why? I don't know, but I'm okay with it. I love this little accent piece that comes just hanging down just like this. And we're going to decorate it. So that is my 10-inch one. And then here is my 8-inch circle. Again, we're going to create another one. And always want the curve on your right-hand side. That's how I remember. And I'm going to bring this over and down just to have it hanging over just a little like that. Get a nice crease. And we're going to bring that over. And we're going to line that up to that edge. I'm going to bring that over to this edge. Again, line that up. And our looks like it's going to be possibly our last fold. And I have a little bit left over there, and I'm just going to tuck that right underneath on this one. So now, for the sake of this, you can leave them 3D, but I'm going to adhere them down on each section. Just going to go on the inside part of it. I want mine to lay a little bit flatter on my page. All right, so we have our one little tree right there. And then I'm going to take the bigger tree. Doesn't matter which one. I like that one better. I had a, you know, you cut the circle, you cut it in half. And I had to make sure that on my second page, it's what I wanted, like lengthwise, size-wise, if that makes sense. Up. Gotta little bit more there so it stays. There we go. So we have our 2 trees all done up. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our letters, and this is what I was trying to tell you guys. It's got that embossed snowflake on there when I cut it, but it doesn't, after I put the liquid glue on, and I'll show you how to do that, it doesn't really show up much. So I'm taking a blending brush and we're just going to go really lightly, completely around. And I'm not trying to get a heavy or thick look on it. I was really hoping that the embossed snowflake would show up, but it really didn't. So I guess what I'm telling you is you don't have to use the embossed paper. It really is pretty on its own, but once you die cut it, it seems to flatten out the snowflakes. There. So what I did is try to create somewhat like a gradient look. The top part of these letters we're not going to see because we're going to cut them. So here is a pretty glimmer paper that I pre-cut with the party alphabet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down and try to create a kind of like a rigid, kind of frozen look. And this is going to go up on the top part right here. Always decided, I think that's the hardest part, deciding which way to start. But we're going to line that up right there. And so what's nice is that if I wanted to create another layout, I could just need to cut another piece of white and I have the bottom half and I can add them to the bottom half. All right, this will be interesting. How do I want to do this one? I'm going to go down this way, kind of go up. Just all freehand. There we go there. And then we got our last one right here. And we'll go up. All right, so now we can we're going to glue these on. And I do recommend using a liquid glue. Of course, it's going to stick on me, right? Oh, hold on. I grabbed my wrong picking tool. Just gonna clean this out right here. It's gonna give me a really hard time. Literally, I just used this only a couple hours ago. There we go. So I'm suggesting the liquid glue because you want to make sure you get it really nicely lined up on your letters. And the one thing I did notice too is that at your points, you don't want them lifting. So you want to make sure you get some good glue coverage right there. Nice. And our last one. Okay, so now I'm going to show you, get rid of these pieces. We're going to use liquid glass. There's other glass, liquid glass. This is from Close to My Heart. But if you don't have any of this, Glossy Accents is a perfect substitute. It's identical to your liquid glass. So this we're going to have to put aside and let it dry. We probably will not be able to attach this to, oh, looks like this one's plugged too, our page, but we can get it going. And this, we used this a year ago at my PAR event. It's an exclusive event that we host. And we created mosaic cards, if you guys remember. I have not pulled this out since then. And it is still working great. Didn't dry out on me. And I'm just going to try to smooth this all the way around. As you can see, it's going to dry much clearer. And try to avoid any bubbles. So I'm going to put these way up on the top of the screen here. You won't be able to see them, but. It just goes on so easy. So that liquid accent I got from Amazon. I'm pretty sure they sell it on scrapbook.com and a couple other crafting places. But this, literally, I started to work on this probably about 11 o'clock. I adhered the glue probably around 2 o'clock, and by 3:30, it was already dry. So it does not take, well, obviously the thicker you put it on, I'm sure that it would take a little bit longer to dry. But I'm just putting a light coat on, if you guys can see. And I just hit my other one. Nope, looks good. All right, last letter, and then we'll start building our page. But just a fun, nice looking, icy, frosty, wintry kind of look. Make sure I get up in that corner there. Pop the bubble. And we're going to put that way up there as well. Clean off my tip. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over. I don't know if there's any glue on here, but you know what? I'm just going to grab another sheet. Better yet, I'm going to grab my Versamat. Okay. So here is page 1 that we created already. We added our title. I'm probably going to have to put a little bit more adhesive down here to get a nice seal. And then we're going to create page number 2. And it's a very simple layout. Right? So again, this is the Peaceful Greenery DSP. It's actually on Last Chance. And if you guys have not checked out Last Chance, OMG. Everything that had our old packaging for stamps is on sale. Now, word to the wise, they sell the stamp sets and the coordinating dies. If they're available, buy them separately versus the bundle, because the bundle is on Last Chance, but it is not discounted. Hint, hint, guys. If you guys did not know that, for them, I mean, eventually they might get discounted, but at this point they are not discounted. I do not have that all the way to the top. We will get that straight. So, and my comments still are not working, and my tablet is like 3 feet away from me. So, if you guys are asking questions, I promise I will respond shortly after this video. Again, this is the Shimmer, Peaceful Greenery Shimmer Specialty Paper. I cut this at 1 7/8 by 12. This is 4 by 12. This is 6 by 10. Isn't this paper is so pretty. So I'm going to line these two up right next to each other. So I can line this up evenly with my coordinating page. I'm thinking it is pretty straight and even. I'm just eyeing it. Normally, I would take my measurements out. And, okay, so now we're going to do, this is our cloud cardstock. I love this color. It's our two-tone. And Oops, you know what? Before I put that on, guys, I want to line this piece up right here. And that's going to go just about a half an inch up from the bottom. So that's a ½ inch by 10. And then we're going to take our photo mat. This is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And many of you know I just put a little bit here. You could put your photo right over this mat. I like to take them off when I add my photos. And then we're going to have a 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Looking a little crooked. And you know what? I think I'm going to, because my trees are so big, I want to move this guy over just a little. Okay, so we are ready to add our larger trees. I'm going to add that right there. I just think these trees are so cool. All right, so I think I want to come down just a little on here, but I'm coming right to the edge. And then I'm going to take our other little one here. This is the 8-inch one. And I'm going to line that up. And I need to take the adhesive off that side. So I take my eraser here and just erase. I don't want adhesive to go on, so I can tuck my photo underneath. I'm going to add that just like that. And then what I did was I embossed "Winter is warmer when we're together." How cute is that? You can round these, you could dovetail it. But my sentiments that came here where it says "Let it snow." And this is from our Snowflake Kisses stamp set, right? Perfect. Another great sentiment to add to this would be "Happy Winter." So if kisses were snowflakes, I'll send you a blizzard. Winter is warmer when we're together. I mean, some really great sentiments on here, but these are the ones that I thought were perfect for this page. I'm just going to line that up right there. So here, again, on my page protector, I would be adding this right onto the page protector. Here, I would be probably putting some journaling, or I could put another photo here. And same with the other side with my 3x4. But a great way to add additional pictures to this page. And my letters are not dry, I can tell you that. But the days that we created, and I'll take a picture and we'll post it. The days is going to go right here. We just have to add some bling. And these are currently out of stock. I need to double check that. They've been in and out so much but very popular. And if they are back in stock, that means they are on last chance, believe it or not. And put another one right here. I am running out of this color. And we'll add a few more here. Now I can do so much more to this page as well. I chose, for the sake of our video, to keep it a little simpler, but can add some additional of the embellishments. These are the perfect color for this page. I'm going to see if I can pick one of these up here, guys, and see, just to show you how it's drying. It's actually almost dry already. It's a little just tacky. But how pretty did those come out, right? So we put that one here. So Winter Days, great way to document. And I thought, since so many of you are getting snow, that we would do a winter theme here. Now, obviously, these aren't straight at this point, but there we go. So here, here is our first page, right? Love how I'm getting that shimmer, that frilly frosted look. And then our second page. So there we have it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed this page layout, this creativity. If you have any questions, please make sure you put them in the comments below. I will be back next Tuesday, definitely, but I might be popping in and out. Please remember, check out the product of the month. It's a beautiful paper. Check out the last chance. It is loaded with new items. Other items that were on there are discounted even more. There's items up to 50% off. Some of them, actually, I think there was one item that I saw that was 60% off. But anyway, it's the majority of it is between 30 and 50% off. So enjoy your shopping. Take advantage of the new product of the month. It's a fantastic program every month. And I will be talking to you soon. Oh, don't forget your 20% coupons, guys. They're only good through December 31st. So thanks, guys, so much for joining me. Please follow me on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. So much appreciated. Thanks. Bye.